What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about auction today. Bounce token at the request of King Will Gaming. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. Okay. I don't talk about auction too often because it's been in a relatively torrential downtrend, and we did say that we talk about it once things started to get back to normal. What does that mean? Well, we need to see the volume come back down below 100% of the market cap, and we've done that, right? We've done that. Actually, over the past week, I think that we've done that consistently. I haven't really been paying attention every single day to this, but don't get me wrong, man. 27.5% volume is still high volume. It is definitely high volume, but it's nothing compared to what it was before, right? The manipulative effects seem to be going away, and it's happening much in the way that we kind of talked about last time, or like the last few times we talked about auction, bounce token here, right? This move, every step of the way, from day one to the last day and the days that followed, we had over 100% of the market cap in volume daily, right? That's crazy. That's crazy stuff, right? That definitely implies some manipulation. Because if it was real price action, you saw 100% of the volume in market cap, you would see an immaculate pump that makes the market cap higher than what the volume would have been. You know what I mean? Like it. Anyways, I don't know how else to make sense out of it other than just saying it that way simply. But here you have gone just below the area of manipulation. You've gone to the promised land, and you're holding now. Now you're being boring day after day, and you're still getting decent volume, but not completely manipulative volume, right? This is not really manipulative behavior. I think it's accumulative behavior, and not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Regardless of the manipulation, whatever, we can call it what it is. We don't have to be scared of it. I still think auction's going to go higher. I still think you will see prices above this high. I very much do believe it will. If you look into auction, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, okay? Do your own research. It's very important to do your own research, but read their white paper, read the website. It's interesting. It's kind of interesting, right? Online auctions, and I'll go over a brief little sales pitch here. Online auctions are popular, and they're becoming. Auctions have always been popular. In a digital world, it only makes sense that they're going to flip to being online, and they already have. Before crypto, they already were flipping to being online, right? Online auctions are becoming a more and more popular thing. I mean, look at eBay, right? It's a very popular thing. Doing any kind of transaction on the internet is only more secure when it comes to cryptocurrencies. So having a crypto that caters specifically to this auction dynamic, it's an interesting niche. It's the first of its kind, I think, or of a first of its kind. It's an interesting aspect to hit. So, and there's not a lot of competition in this space. So I definitely believe that you have a chance to stand out here. Auction bounce token, it will bounce. It will hold up to its name. $75 million in market cap. That's a low market cap, right? Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but that's a low market cap, man. If you were to see a 100x, which is a lot of money, that's a lot of growth, that's a $7.5 billion market cap, I bet the top 100 is going to be filled with coins that are in the $7.5 billion and above market cap range when we're at the end of the cycle. This thing's definitely 100x potential, even multi-100x potential at the current price, right? Now, does that mean that it will see a 100x? Does that mean that it will see a multi-100x? No. It could see a 30x. It could see a 50x. It might only get a 10x. I don't know. But what I do believe to know is that you're not done here and that you do have higher highs to go. Unfortunately for you, as fun as it was going up while the rest of the markets were going down, you're kind of getting the repercussions now, right? You have to correct from that. This all is, I just consider it like fake price action, but still, TA did not help us so much on the way up. I don't know how much is going to help us now, but let's try, right? From a low to a high, you've hit your 786 as support. You've gone just below. You tore right through your golden ratio, tore right through it. Now you're at your 786, 886. What I know about technical analysis, and in my time doing this, it's been 9 years doing this now, is that whenever you come down this far, whenever you rip through a golden ratio on the first attempt, you're supposed to find support on it on the first attempt, but you didn't. When you rip through it on the first attempt and you hit the 786 or the 886, you get two specific areas to bounce from. So the 786 indicates a bounce at least to the 236, if not above it, okay, if not through it, right? Oftentimes, when you tear right through the golden ratio on the first attempt, you hit the 786, you get an immediate bounce to the 236. We haven't had an immediate bounce. It's been weeks. We haven't had an immediate bounce, so it's not that. Sometimes you go to the 886, and then you get an immediate bounce to the 382. Yes, it's that simple. From here to the 236, one fib down, it's that simple. Oftentimes, that's exactly what happens. Or, like with the 236, you go above it. Either way. The fact that you have not seen an immediate bounce, I think, does hurt the idea of this performance, but it doesn't diminish the idea entirely, right? The idea still would be that we bounce it, we go above the golden ratio, we see some kind of maneuver that would take you, I think, at least back up to 21.8, 28.5, somewhere in this area, if not beyond. So we're talking about 100% move thereabouts or more. It would make sense based on the fibs. It would also make sense based on prior resistance here and resistance there, being at about 24 bucks in between the 382 and the 0.5. I like it. I think it sounds appropriate. Not financial advice. Not a financial advisor. You never know when the rug gets pulled, but I think the rug already has gotten pulled, guys. I think this was fun, good manipulation while it was going on, and now it's bad manipulation to the downside, right? Whoever it was, the story goes, at least to my knowledge, and I haven't looked into it. I don't know if there's any new development to this. Please, if there's anybody who does know, please leave it in the comments. But to my knowledge, there was an outside entity not affiliated with the bounce team, not affiliated with the auction team, who acquired a lot of auction. They acquired a lot of it, like millions of dollars worth of it, right? Like 20% of the supply or more or something like that. It was a crazy thing. And they took it and put it in cold storage. So then there was less supply left to move the prices. So then they had an easy time moving the price to sucker a lot of people in. It's a manipulated effort. And I've actually seen this happen across several coins. Maybe not that exact thing, but just like a manipulated effort to pump coins. I've seen it happen a lot this cycle on various coins that I like, coins that I don't like. It's just happened. And I think it even happened with auction or with Onyx coin, but I digress. And again, that doesn't mean that it's doomed to go to zero. Manipulations, everything's manipulated, guys. You want me to prove to you that you're not going to zero, or that you still have a life even after being manipulated? Let's talk about the US dollar, right? Is that manipulated? Is the US dollar manipulated? I think we all know the answer to that, right? It's very heavily manipulated, okay? And it's the most successful currency that exists in the planet today. It's the world reserve currency. The price of gold is manipulated. It's the most precious, or one of the most precious heavy metals out there, right? I just saying, manipulation does not mean you're dead. Does not mean that you're a forsaken project. It just means you got a little manipulation going on. We're going to call it what it is. But here you are at $11.45 now, looking like you're returning back to normal a little bit, whatever the hell normal is for you. You are in your RSI at a dramatically lower low here, down at the 40, which is a nice area to bounce from. And you're also at this area of the low here. You've kind of got a double bottom while having a dramatically lower low. That's a form of hidden bullish divergence. I wouldn't call it hidden bullish divergence specifically, but I can see where it could be construed as that. Weekly RSI, getting overbought, not getting oversold, it's a good thing, man. It's a good thing. Really, I would treat this as though you're still in this consolidation phase here. Okay, you're in this massive parallel channel. You had a blemish with this manipulation, but really you're just at the top side of this channel. If you replace this with something like this, you've actually been doing pretty well for yourself. You know what I mean? I don't think that you're in a bad position at all. I do think you're about to move up higher. I want to take this high to this low and just see where you would go. You're at your 236, an area that you found support throughout this whole range, right? An area probably that you found resistance on. Yes, back in the days here. Support there, support there. Yeah, looks like a good area to find support. It wouldn't surprise me if we did move up from here. And the area that I would go for, just based off of this fib, we already took a different fib, right? The low to the high. Now we're taking this high to low, and we're getting the same areas, right? This same exact resistance point here, resistance there, the golden ratio at $23 to $27. That's where I think you're going to go. So not financial advice, not a financial advisor. This could happen by the end of this month. You could see a rapid recovery because you've seen such a just downside. It could be a very quick snap back to these prices. Don't be surprised if we get a little bounce here pretty soon. But also don't be surprised if it takes more time. Maybe it's sometime in May that we're up there. Maybe it's like mid-May, late May that we're up there. But I would expect that we are moving up there soon. And I think by the end of June, we will take out this high, and we will likely see prices that are at $81 to $160. Now, being at about $11, that's a lot of growth. Okay, that's a lot of growth. That's anything from a minimum of about a 7x to potentially a 13x by the end of June. That's my expectation at the moment. I'm not letting this manipulation get in the way, right? At least I haven't seen enough reasons yet to believe that it's going to get in the way. Maybe it does. I can accept that it does. I'm not saying that it can't. It makes sense that it could, but it also makes sense that some guy with a lot of money was bored, did his thing, and now he's out and he's moving on to the next one. Or maybe he's just waiting for the next opportunity, or they are waiting for the. It's not like a they them thing. I just mean, like, I don't know if it's just one person or multiple people, right? Like, I'm using proper pronouns here. Like, I'm not just playing Tea Party. No offense to the Tea Party people, but like whenever I say they, I mean like it could be multiple people, not they as in one person who wants to go by a plural pronoun, you know what I mean? Not that. I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm just trying to be proper here, right? Proper. There's nothing wrong with being proper. It's a properness to being proper, I think. But regardless of all that, right? I just on that note, for anybody who's curious, right? I love all people, man. Everybody, whether you're straight, you're gay, you're trans, you're whatever. I don't care. I really don't care. But don't force me to play Tea Party. I'm not gonna play. I don't like Tea Party. I'm not gonna play Tea Party. If you're a guy, you're a guy. If you're a friend of mine and you say that you're a girl, I'll call you a girl. Okay, but like I don't have a problem with that. But if this is one person here, all I'm trying to say, because we're getting caught up on this stupid damn rhetoric because of this whole stupid shenanigans, is that I'm saying he could have manipulated this price before and he could manipulate it before, but then I said they, maybe it's they, but I had to correct myself because I'm not saying they, them, they. I'm saying they as in it could be multiple people, they, right? It's not supposed to be a political thing or a politically correct thing. I don't care about that, but while we're on the notion of it, I'm just letting you guys know where my brain is at, what I think about this. I think I'm in the majority of people like that, right? It's not like I'm trying to be mean or anything. I really don't care. Do what you do. Just don't force me to speak a specific way, right? I'm going to use the proper language. That's it. Anyways, now that I've lost the entirety of my trans community, even though I said I love trans people, I have trans friends. I've like literally, who cares? Who cares, man? Right. That's what racist people say, right? I'm not racist. I have black friends. No, I don't know if you can be. I don't know. Can you be racist? Can you be transphobic if you have black friends? If you have Mexican friends, gay friends, trans friends? I don't think you can be, like, genuinely, right? But anyways, I'm on a whole different topic here. I'm just explaining something that I feel like doesn't even need to be explained, but it needs to be explained because of the time we live in. I don't know, whatever. Getting back to work here, okay? Whether they or he, in the proper sense of those words, manipulates the price further, I don't care. I very much mean it when I say the next target area is $81, $82 to $159, somewhere in that area. That's where I think we're going to go. Okay, we're finding support at the key areas. We're looking good. Weekly RSI here is phenomenal, actually. 3-day RSI, not a problem with that at all. Daily RSI, it's blank, so we're clear, guys. We got a clean slate. Okay, no, it's not blank. We got overbought, and we can't even get oversold, even with these just desperate times to the downside. We can't even get oversold. It's a good look. It's a strong look overall, and I do think that this is an area from which we can build. My primary reason for expecting us to build from here and not go lower, or if we do go lower, let's actually run with that real quick. If we were to go lower, how low could we go? I think the 886 might be where we go. That's at $9.20, $9.17. We could go down there. Okay, we can find support there and then continue to run from there, okay? But if we don't go lower, we'll just move up. I'm not saying that we're going to go lower or that we could go lower because I think we're going to go lower. I would actually think that you move up from here, but you could go lower. And if you do, that's the area that you'd find support at. I wouldn't be worried about this. I'd be worried about the next move up because I think the next move is going to be glorious. But ultimately, yes, I do think that we're moving higher. I don't think that we're going to move lower or too much lower if we do. And over the days, over the weeks to come, over the months to come, by the end of June, you'll be at new all-time highs. That's the expectation. I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video and the rambles. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.